welcome. Today's haul is not just any haul, and I probably already spoiled myself from the title of this video, but this is my birthday haul. All of these packages I am sharing with you today either arrived around or on my birthday. So while this is like any other unboxing I've done on this channel, today feels just a little different because it feels like I'm actually opening birthday presents. Anyway, this is going to be a chatty video, so without further ado, let's get started with this unboxing. Alright, so here is the first box we're going to be opening, and it should be no surprise to anyone because this is a package from Right Stuf Anime, which I feel like I do open one like every video. But this package in particular is quite fitting for the title of this video because this is the second parter to the Right Stuf Anime birthday sale. I placed 2 orders during the birthday sale. One was for like bundles that I got, and then this particular sale was a weekly publisher sale that was extremely discounted. So I missed the 7 Seas weekly publisher sale that happened before the Right Stuf birthday sale a couple weeks ago, and so I was kind of bummed that I couldn't catch up on my 7 Seas books that I was collecting at the time. But surprise, they actually did do like a very discounted weekly publisher sale during the Right Stuf Anime birthday sale. So I was able to get all the books I wanted that were in stock, of course. And so yeah, and there are some pre-orders in this box as well that we're going to be seeing today. So let me just open the box. And what I love about this box is, if you can't tell, it is the big box, and I love unboxing these big ones because they're so much easier to kind of talk about and show you guys all of the different volumes in one screen, so I don't have to like unbox the package, sort all the books out, and then show you guys, because I can just lay them here and display it to you guys. So 1, 2, 3, and there's also another one right here. But yeah, this is all of the volumes in this box right here. I actually have a smaller package that's also from Right Stuf, so I'll open that after this big one right here. And before I actually get started, there was a packaging here that was quite heavy, and I realized it was wrapping something that I actually bought during the Right Stuf sale as well. And it is these Nendoroid stands. So these Nendoroid stands were on sale, of course, during the birthday sale. And so I picked up 2 packs that comes with 3 stands each, so a total of 6. But basically these are just an alternative way to display your Nendoroids without using like the base with the little connector, and this just gives a cleaner look. So I picked up these 2 packs because I have a few Nendoroids in mind that I do want to display with these stands. But yeah, those were the ones, and they were pretty good price as well. But onto the books themselves. So to preface how I'm going to go through this haul, any series that I'm currently collecting that I've talked about in previous haul, I'll just kind of briefly talk about the story as a whole. And for any new series that I've never talked about in any of my unboxing, I'll kind of do a more in-depth summary if I can. Or if it's a series I've never read, I'll just kind of talk about it a little bit. But yeah, let's actually get started with the very first volume in this package. So first we have is this wrap book. This is Volume 3 of Game Between the Suits, so can't really show you guys the inside content, but this is a more mature series under the 7 Seas steamship line. But basically it follows the main character. This lady, she is a workaholic, and then this guy is a new guy that came to her workplace. But yeah, they're co-workers, and they get into this like game, basically what the title says. And the game is that they are carrying out this like physical relationship, but the game ends when either one of them falls in love with each other, or both of them falls in love with each other, or they fall in love with someone else. So purely a physical relationship in the beginning right now, but I believe where I left off in the fan scan, the relationship is taking for a turn. But yeah, it's very complicated, very frustrating, but the art is very nice. Moving on is another series from the Seven Seas Steamship line, but this time we have Ladies on Top. This one is also an adult setting series. These two met on like an arranged dating meeting, and then basically on their first or second date they end up trying to be physical, but then she figures out that she likes to be more forward when they're pursuing a more physical relationship, and he's quite, I would say, intimidated to initiate physical relationships. So he's kind of submissive and she's like forward, but basically their relationship is like outside of their expectation on how they're supposed to act, but they do want to pursue a relationship between each other. So I thought that was a pretty interesting take, because obviously it's about them kind of breaking down the norms of a normal physical relationship, or the role of what a guy should do versus a girl should do. I'm surprised this one isn't wrapped compared to the other volume that we just talked about, but yeah, that is Ladies on Top Volume 3. Alright, so next series we have is Villains Are Destined to Die. So this is a manhwa series that I'm currently reading digitally, but the physical print is also available, and it's still an ongoing series. But basically on the cover we have Penelope and Callistio, so I think this volume is a Callistio focus volume, so let's flip through the volume here. But yeah, I do really love this story a lot. It is an isekai romance series with lots of handsome men, but Penelope is a really cool protagonist. Basically, she was from the modern world and ends up being isekai to a game that she played, and of course she is the villainess in this game. I really enjoyed the series a lot, and I'm super happy to collect this physically as well. Moving on, we have the second volume of A Business Proposal. Ooh, this one's actually quite a bulky volume, but here we have the main leads, Temu, Hari, and the cover, and the chibi version of the friend group. But I love Business Proposal a lot. It is a hilarious rom-com series that follows Shinhare, who goes in an arranged marriage meeting in place of her friend, and there she meets King Tamu, who's actually the CEO of her workplace. So yeah, she actually wears a disguise in the meeting, so he doesn't recognize that she is an employee, but obviously she knows of him. So yes, she's trying to keep everything a secret, but he's actually quite interested in her. So that's pretty much it. It's very funny, and I love all of the characters in the series. And yeah, I am so excited to collect the rest of the series physically. That is A Business Proposal Volume 2. So we have our first series I have never read, but I heard of. So this volume here is an omnibus edition, so it has volume 1 and 2, but this is Don't Call It Mystery. It's written by Yumi Tamura, who is also known for two popular works, Seven Seeds and Basara. So I read Basara before. It's a really great series, but I've never read Seven Seas. This is the mangaka's latest work, Don't Call It Mystery. I heard really great things about it, so I'm really interested in seeing how this story takes a turn. But basically it follows the male lead in the story, and he is actually accused of a murder, and somehow I think he is trying to figure out or resolve the mystery of who actually is the killer. And throughout the story, I think he is able to solve several cases. So it's like a mystery series that he basically solves different cases. I'm really intrigued about this story. I'm really happy that Seven Seas actually picked up this series. So yeah, that is Don't Call It Mystery, and I'm so excited to read this series. We have another manhwa. This time is published by Seven Seas. So this one is Who Made Me a Princess, and oh my god, this cover is so beautiful. It brings so much nostalgia because I already finished reading Who Made Me a Princess a long time ago through the digital translation, so it feels so unreal that we finally have a physical print of the series, because this is definitely everyone's iconic manhwa series. Like, if anyone talks about manhwa, this is the one that everyone always talks about. But yeah, we have Claude, who's a very handsome, good-looking manhwa character, and then of course the adorable Athy, his daughter. But basically the story follows a girl named Athy, and in the modern world she actually dies, but before she dies she has read this story called like Suddenly Become a Princess. Anyways, she wakes up one day and finds out that she is Athy, the character in the story. Unfortunately, the story is not good for the character Athy because her father doesn't really like her for multitude of reasons. But anyways, a girl named Jeanette pops up into Athy and Claude's world, and Jeanette is basically like her sister in name, but Claude treats her a lot better, and Athy ends up getting framed for poisoning Jeanette one day, and then her father basically announces her execution and she dies. So yeah, but this time around, obviously, modern girl enters this series and she is trying to find a way so that she can prevent herself from dying under her father's hand. I really love the story a lot. The art is just so beautiful. The character designs are amazing and the plot is just wonderful. It is just this classic series I remember reading so long ago, and it just recently finished, I think last year or so. But yeah, it has like a special place in my heart, and I'm just super happy that I can finally own this physically in the English translation. I'll definitely reread this story when I have collected the whole entire physical print. But yeah, super stoked to have this volume. It is so beautiful, and yeah, big shout out for 7 Seas for picking up this manhwa series. So here is volume 4 of Vivy Prototype. It is a light novel series, and this one is actually the final volume of this series. Actually, I have been passing misinformation about this series. So originally I thought this was based on the anime of Vivy. However, this Vivy Prototype is actually the main, like the original story of the anime adaptation. So this is written by the author of ReZero and the scriptwriter of the ReZero anime. They were friends and they wanted to collaborate, so they ended up creating Vivy and wrote the whole entire story, and eventually this story was picked up to have an anime adaptation. So this is actually the original story. So I haven't had a chance to read the novel yet, but I will soon now that I have the final volume. But here we just have some color pages. That's pretty much it. I will definitely be reading this eventually. It is on my to-read list, but super happy to have this final volume of this series. But yeah, that is Vivy Prototype Volume 4. And we have also another final volume of a series, and that is Something's Wrong with Us, Volume 16. This cover is kind of a spoiler. I mean, as you can tell, it looks like it's going to be a happy ending. Anyways, Something's Wrong with Us has been a wild roller coaster from reading the first volume to the 15th volume. It has tons of drama. Of course, there is a revenge plot all throughout the story, and the romance in the story is just impeccable. But what I love about the story is the cliffhanger at every volume that makes you just want to get the next volume or the next chapter every time you pick up the series. So this is the final volume, so no more cliffhangers from this series. We're gonna finally have the end. I actually recently found out that the series also has 3 volumes of extra content, so I'm super happy that Kodansha ended up picking up those last 3 volumes, and they're going to be translating it and having a physical print for those 3 volumes. So yeah, that is Something's Wrong with Us, volume 16. Next series, which is a very wholesome series. This is Got Papa, Daddy at Work and Home. Look at the cover, it's so adorable. So I actually started reading the story thanks to the author's Twitter. But essentially, it's just about a dad who has a family at home and also talks about his work life. And at home, he has a very sweet wife and an adorable daughter. They're just extremely wholesome and cute. And at his workplace, it's just him interacting with his coworker, but also his two coworkers, a guy and a girl. They also have this really cute like relationship as well. So yeah, I just love the story. It's kind of a slice of life feel. There's no drama whatsoever. It's just, you know, a family being very adorable together, coworkers being very cute. That is volume 2 of Got Papa, Daddy at Work and at Home. Okay, next series we have is Heaven's Official Blessing, volume 6. You can see the cover of this volume. It is already kind of angst, but nevertheless, still very happy to have this volume. So I mentioned this in previous hauls, but I have read this story a long time ago through fan scanlation, and now that we have the physical print, I'm just waiting until 7 Seas has released all the physical prints. So there's 2 more volumes after volume 6. So 7's coming out soon and 8 is coming out near the end of the year. But with those 2 final volumes, I will finally do a reread of this series. But yeah, I'm really stoked to have this next installment. It feels like it's been a while since I've read or I've picked up the newest volume of this series. Nevertheless, these are the color illustration. I actually won't be flipping through this volume because I think there are some images that are pretty graphic. So for now, I'll just show you the cover. I think a few weeks ago, Bilibili announced on Chinese Valentine's Day that season 2 of TGCF is coming out. Season 2 of the donghua, so anime version of the series. So it's coming out in October and I'm super stoked because for a while I feel like fans have been like teetering and tottering when season 2 will come out for the donghua, but it is finally announced, confirmed. We had a trailer and everything, so it's official. There's a date and I just can't wait for October to come because it's going to be so exciting. I've been waiting for so long. So the next volume we have is actually a brand new series I'm collecting, and it is volume 1 of Last Game. This is like an oldie. I remember reading it sometime in middle school or high school and I finished it. But to be honest, I can't remember like the exact details of the story. The story begins in elementary school and we follow this boy named Yanagi, and he's kind of like, you know, this popular, rich, does well in school, top of his class, so very, very well liked guy that's also very smart. And enters Kujo. She is a little bit of the opposite of Yanagi, and one day he ends up losing to her in like a class rank, so they're take an exam and then she's placed first and he is second, and that has never happened before. So he vows that he will beat her, like defeat her in the rankings, and also there are some other stuff as well. But yeah, that's how their relationship kind of begins, and obviously time skip and they are actually in high school for the main story. But yeah, I really love this story a lot. It was so hilarious when I read it and it has a special place in my heart. It's like super nostalgic. So I'm really excited to collect this physically, and I don't know when I'll reread it, but maybe when I collect the whole entire physical series. But yeah, super happy that also 7 Seas picked up this story because I never really expected Last Game to ever get a physical translation, so this was a very nice treat. But yeah, that's first volume of Last Game. Next we have is Lovesick Ellie. So this one is just another ongoing series I'm currently collecting. Super funny rom-com series as well. And with this volume, we're pretty much close to the end of the story. I believe the story has like 12 volumes, so we just have one more volume to go, but kind of bittersweet. I'm hoping to reread the story when I have all 12 volumes, so pretty soon. But yeah, the story follows this girl. Her name's Ellie. She makes a lot of posts
on her Twitter page, and some of them are like more perverted than other, but he ends up finding out, and she also finds out that this guy isn't as like princely as he seems. So they both have like secrets that they can't share with their friends, so yeah, they end up getting entangled in this very interesting relationship with each other. But yeah, that is Lovesick Ellie, and yeah, this cover is so cute. We have the second volume of Sunbeams in the Sky. So this series is actually ending in the next volume as well. I didn't realize how short it was until I was updating my manga tracker and it said 3 volumes only, but I was quite surprised because I feel like a plot like this story can go on for a lot longer. But basically it is a series about 2 twins who ends up going to different high schools, and one of the twins ends up getting into an accident and she goes to the hospital. So her other twin sister, in order to find out like what's going on, she takes her sister's place, and obviously since they're twins, that's like not too hard, but she doesn't know how things are like at her sister's school. So yeah, she's trying to investigate what happened and who is behind sending her sister to the hospital. Yeah, there's a lot of things going on in the series, and I'm very curious to see how the story pans out and wraps up in the next 2 volumes, because that is so surprising. Anyways, so this is kind of the illustrations. I like the cover color page. It's a nice treat. Super excited to read this next volume. But yeah, Sunbeams in the Sky, volume 2. Moving on, we have the 3rd volume of Oshi no Ko. This one has the aqua cover, so yeah, I do have 2 copies because if you guys had watched my previous unboxing, you would know that I am collecting the series with my brother, so I've just been buying him another copy while I get my own copy. Love the art of Oshi no Ko, but I feel like a lot of people do know the series since the anime had blew up, but the story pretty much has everything. It touches upon the entertainment industry. There's murder, reincarnation, revenge, idol activities, acting, so lots of subjects are touched upon this series, and it's kind of hard to explain. But anyways, we have a color page of Aqua and Ruby. I've been reading the chapters as it comes out on the Manga Plus app, I think, so we're pretty ahead in terms of like the physical translation. But yeah, this is my favorite scene. Aqua and Kana playing baseball. Yeah, very happy to have this volume, and I cannot wait for the next volume because that one will have our Kana covers. So obviously I'm looking forward to that. And I also thought it's kind of funny because the volume 4 of the Blu-ray of Oshi no Ko also has a Kana cover. So number 4 is like her thing, which is very, very cool. But yeah, that is Oshi no Ko volume 3. So the next series I have is actually one that I'm extremely happy to have. When I heard the announcement from Viz that they were picking up this series, I was so stoked. Anyways, we have the very first volume of Akane-banashi. This is one of my favorite ongoing series that I read every Sunday morning at 8 a.m. When it is released on the Manga Plus website. So yeah, I've been reading this every week. It's such a great series. I just love the humor of the story as well as kind of like the mystery and revenge aspect of the story, but it's actually pretty lighthearted as well. Anyways, the series follows a girl named Akane, and in the end of the story, she's a young child, but her father practices rakugo, which is like this storytelling performing art, and her father is planning to take this test to become a sunichi, which is like the highest level of rakugo, and to take this test and pass it, he'll enter like this very prestigious school. However, at this test, the headmaster of the school ends up failing everyone, including her dad. So her dad ends up, quitting the art altogether and pursues a more traditional job in order to support his family. So Akane, after seeing what had happened, ends up like pursuing a more revenge style and trying to find out why the headmaster had basically failed all of the students, and also ends up pursuing the art of Rakugo as well, and she's practicing under a teacher of her dad's, and it's just really cool seeing how much she has grown in the story. And I think Akane is just a wonderful protagonist. I enjoy her so much. She is absolutely determined but also super funny, and I just love all the characters in this series. So yeah, that is Akane-banashi. Super happy to have volume 1, and I look forward to collecting the rest of the volumes for this series. Next volume we have is volume 3 of Honey Lemon Soda. Very cute. Just another shoujo series I'm currently collecting. I haven't been reading the story yet. I read the fan scans and I think I was pretty far ahead, but I haven't been rereading the story for a while now. I think I just want like a couple more volumes in order to kind of get a refresher of the story. But the story follows this girl. She is quite shy and reserved, and one day she bumps into this guy here. He's kind of like this popular guy with lemon soda color hair, and during their encounter he ends up kind of inspiring her, and she ends up making a decision from going to one school to this school that he actually ends up being at as well. But yeah, that is Honey Lemon Soda, and I am excited to collect the rest of the volume for this series. Moving on, we have the next volume of Jujutsu Kaisen. So this is volume 20. I personally haven't really kept up with the manga of Jujutsu Kaisen. I've read up to the ending of the Shibuya arc for the manga, but I haven't read past that, mainly because it has not really been a priority for me to read Jujutsu Kaisen. Nevertheless, I see the spoilers of the manga every week trending on Twitter, so I'm not out of the loop, I'm just not reading it currently. I'll definitely read the manga eventually, just taking the anime as a priority right now. But yeah, super excited to have that volume. So we have My Happy Marriage volume 3. This is the manga edition, so very pretty. I'm collecting both the light novel and manga just because I love the manga art as well, and this is a favorite series of mine, so super happy to collect as many mediums of the series as I can. But now I'm flipping through this volume, I'm like, I just watched the few episodes related to this volume, which is very funny. But yeah, thoroughly been enjoying the anime adaptation a lot. It is so beautiful, and I'm really glad that a lot of people are enjoying it as well. I think it's very well adapted, and yeah. So yeah, that's My Happy Marriage volume 3. I didn't really talk about the series too much, but basically it follows a girl named Mio. She ends up being in an arranged marriage with this guy named Kudo, but Kudo has a rumor about him where basically all of his fiancés have left him because he's super cold and heartless. But Mio enters his life, and he ends up really liking her a lot because she is definitely like very honest and isn't there for the wrong reasons. And as Kudo actually learns more about Mio, he finds out that she was actually abused by her family. So her dad actually remarried after her mom passed away, and her stepmom and stepsister are really cruel to her, and her dad's also just a bystander who doesn't do much as well. The story is very tough on Mio in the beginning, but there is hope along the way, and with Kudo's help as well, she definitely grows as a person and is able to do things that she wants to do. So yeah, I'm super happy to have this next volume, and I can't wait to collect the rest of the manga as well. But yeah, that is My Happy Marriage volume 3. Alright, so the next volume we have is actually a new series in my collection, and it is volume 1 of My Girlfriend's Child. I am super excited to read this because I've heard a lot of great things about the story, but basically it just follows a high school couple, and they are, you know, a very normal couple, but the main girl actually finds out that she is pregnant one day. And I think the story just does a great job walking through kind of her thought process of what it means to be pregnant, what are the other options that she has, and also the realization that she could be a mom and how to share the news to, you know, her boyfriend, her family, and all that sort. So I just thought this was well written for a first volume. It's super strong, and I was very moved throughout the story. The mangaka just does a really great job kind of making you feel a type of way and sympathize with the character, as well as, you know, just following through and kind of seeing how and what decisions they make. But I really adore the couple a lot. One really nice thing, which is kind of a spoiler, but the boyfriend is very supportive of the female character. He's all for, you know, being there for her and kind of understanding what choices that she has to make, and just super supportive, which I think is very, very nice. But yeah, that is the first volume of My Girlfriend's Child, and I cannot wait to read this physically, and cannot wait to see how the next volume and the volumes after that pan out as well. So the last volume we have is Skip and Loafer, Volume 7. So this is a very nice high school setting slice of life series that follows our main protagonist, Mitsumi, who basically lived her whole life in the rural countryside, a very small place, not a lot of people, but in order to pursue her dreams, she ends up going to Tokyo and attending a high school there, where she meets new friends and kind of grows in her own way in this new setting. And I just really love the story a lot. The character building in the story is so wonderful. The relationships and the character dynamics is, I think, super well written. I think every character really has a purpose in Skip and Loafer, so it's a very enjoyable read. I always look forward to another volume, so yeah, I'm super stoked to have this. Anyways, that is everything in this haul. I have one more Right Stuff anime box to show you guys, so let's move on to that one. Okay, so here is the little small box I got from Right Stuff Anime. I guess this was like probably the overflow books that didn't fit in that big package I just showed you guys, so they sent the remaining volumes in here, and this is how it looks like. I'm going to off screen open this box because the wrapping paper would take forever, so we'll do that. Okay, so there's 3 volumes for this Right Stuff package, so I'll just go through each volume one by one. So the first volume we have is volume 4 of The Girl with Sanpaku Eyes. So the series follows a girl. She has like these eye shape that makes her very intimidating, but she's a very sweet and adorable girl, and the story really focuses on her seatmate. So she has a classmate that's a guy, and he also sits next to her, and he really likes her a lot, and she likes him too. But up until this point, they haven't like confessed yet, and so everyone in her class knows that they both have feelings for each other, but they're really shy about it. And I don't know, I really love stories where it's like building up to a confession, so it's like right up my alley. They're just so adorable. What I really like about the story too is like kind of like the coloring of the series, so it's kind of like this really cute muted pink in the panels. I just really like it. I'm really stoked to have this next volume. It's been a while since I read it because I got the 3rd volume probably a year plus ago, so it's been a while since we had a new volume. And I believe the next volume, or I think there is a next volume, but that one will be the final volume. So almost close to the end, but who knows when we'll actually have the next volume. It might just be another year or so. But yeah, that's volume 4 of The Girl with Sanpaku Eyes. And next we have is My Coworker Has a Secret. So I picked this up during the Right Stuff anime birthday sale, so this one was part of a bundle that I purchased. So this is the 2nd volume. I still haven't really had a chance to read the story yet. I just know the plot of the story is about this girl who's really invested in an idol to the point where like she's not financially stable because she like buys so many of his stuff, and then her coworker ends up finding her secret, and he also like cooks for her. So yeah, they end up getting into this like really interesting relationship, but that's as far as I remember what the story is about. I personally haven't really read it, but that's like kind of the synopsis I got when I was like flipping through the book at Anime Expo. But yeah, it's very cute. I believe this volume is like the second to last volume of the story. Like there's like one more volume to go, I believe, or this could be the last volume, so I'm not too sure. It's a very short series, so I might be right or wrong, but yeah. And the final volume we have is On or Off Volume 4, and I believe this one is the final volume of the series as well. So very, very nice. I am super stoked to have this whole entire series fully collected, and I was super happy when Tokyo Pops actually announced that they were going to physically adapt the story, because it is one of my favorite BL manhwa series. But basically the story follows this guy. He's a college student. His name is Yi-hong, and him and his friends are developing an app together. And originally this app development was supposed to be funded by his friend, but she ends up getting into this financial situation, and so he has to pitch his app idea to this major corporation, and this guy, Daehan, is the director of this corporation. However, when Young is presenting his pitch, his computer ends up restarting, which is like anyone's worst nightmare, and so he loses this opportunity to present his pitch and get funding for the app, and so he has to figure out a way in order to get a second chance. I won't go into too much more details on the story because I think that's a pretty nice setup if you're interested in reading this series, but this is a BL story that's quite explicit, so I won't be flipping through the pages in this volume. I am very happy to have this final volume in my hands. Just love the series so much, and there's actually a spin-off of the series as well. I can't remember the name, but it's very, very cute. It's like work-life balance or something like that. So I'll leave the name of it in the video. But yeah, that spin-off is a continuation of this series. So basically, the series has a good ending to the point where they have a spin-off. But yeah, that is On or Off Volume 4, and that is everything in this really small Right Stuff package. So with that, let's head on to our next box. Moving on to the next package. So the reason why I had opened this package already is because this was the first time I have ever ordered from this website. So I wanted to just double check and make sure everything was all right instead of, taking too long to open the package, because sometimes I do that. But I just want to make sure everything was like in good condition, that I wasn't missing any items, because if there was any issues, I can contact customer support ASAP. So the place I ordered these items, which are all Korean manhwas, is from Now in Seoul. So I've never ordered from them before, but it looks to be like a Korean e-commerce website. They sell, Korean cosmetic, fashion, magazines, and obviously Korean manhwa books and other merch as well. So it looked pretty legit. I also paid using PayPal just in case there was any issues or if it took too long. But this was the fastest ordering, processing, and shipment I had ever experienced. All my items were in stock, but that was the fastest ordering, processing, shipment I have ever had. So yeah, I got a couple of Korean manhwas, 2 series in particular. So I have Flirting with the Villain's Dad and also I Shall Master This Family. I've opened these series before because I collect the limited editions for these 2 series. They're digitally translated English, but they are not physically printed in English. So I do collect the limited editions for both of the series because they come with, lots of bonus goods that I really like. And obviously they're limited editions, so I do want to collect them. So I was very behind with Flirting the Villain's Dad. I have 4 volumes here that are limited edition, and then I got the latest release of I Shall Master This Family, Volume 3. So I'll move this to the side first. But these are the 4 volumes I got for Flirting with the Villain's Dad. I've talked about the series a couple of times because I have unboxed the volumes 1 through 3 previously on one of my manga hauls, and then I also bought merch from a cafe collaboration that this series did as well. So this is a beloved series of mine, one of my favorite romance isekai manhwa series that just holds a special place in my heart. So we have volume 4, 5, 6, and 7. So very pretty. I love the mix of colors, and yeah, so without further ado, let me just unbox the first limited edition box. Okay, so this is the limited edition volume 4 box. So pretty. I just love these box style packaging because it makes me feel like I'm opening a K-pop album, which is very similar in nature. A lot of the albums are like similar like this, and it's very organized and sturdy as well. But I guess before I show you guys the items here, I'll give you like a quick synopsis of the story. So the story follows a girl named Nika, and she's basically buskun into this novel that she's read. So she was from the modern world, gets isekai to this novel, but instead of actually experiencing the novel, she's sent 20 years, I believe, into the past. The story is that there's a heroine and a hero, and they are together, but these two characters in her novel have gone through a lot of like traumatic stuff. She has to basically seduce the villain's father from the past in order for the heroine and the hero to have a more happier ending or a happier life. But yeah, I love Nika so much, and the male lead, which is the villain's father, is Uridian, and he's also very handsome. One of my favorite like manhwa male leads. The art of the story is just so beautiful, and obviously like the characters are endearing. I love the plot. It's very humorous. There's a lot of comedy, but there's lots of actions and twists as well. So I love the series. It actually just ended recently as well, both in Korea and almost in English. They stopped at like chapter 135, but the story ends at 140. So I don't know why they took like a earlier break for the series. I'm not too sure, but essentially there's going to be some like extra chapters in the next couple of months. But anyways, that's kind of like quick synopsis of the story, and now I'll show you guys all the items in the different limited edition volumes. So yeah, we'll just go through each item one by one. So first we have is this character bookmark. So this time we have Sergei, which is Nika's best friend. They have this like bickering friendship, but I love Sergei a lot. He's so funny, and his dynamic with Nika is so cute. And then also we have this really adorable keychain of Nika. She is so pretty. I love her so much. I love her character design. And then we have this little postcard maybe, or a booklet. So let's see what it is. So we have Nika in the front. Here's the back. Oh, it's a little folding paper. So here we have are just some postcard style design. They're not perforated in any way, so I guess you just keep it like that. But I love the illustrations. Very cute and pretty. Oh, this is cute. This is cute. I love their chibi design. I'm a sucker for manhwa chibi designs because they're always so adorable. It's just kind of like a manhwa thing. Like I feel like every manhwa series has a chibi version of themselves. And then we also have this plastic standee type of Iridian, the male lead. I just love my white hair male leads. They are so good looking. And then we have a few postcards as well, and these are very high quality. Like look at this gold detailing. Oh my god, they're just very aesthetically pleasing. So this is the back of the postcard. Okay, and then this is another illustration. The art has kind of changed throughout the volumes, but I definitely really love the older volume art. I'm not sure what happened, but season 3, they kind of like aged up the characters because there was a time skip, but I feel like the older, like the current season's art. I feel like it's not as detailed as before. And then we have the 4th volume as well. Here it is. Just gonna do a quick flip through. It is very pretty. I would love if either 7 Seas or Eyes Press to pick up the physical print of Flirting with the Villain's Dad. It is like obviously digitally translated in English, but for all my favorite manhwa series, I will keep both the Korean version and the English version of the series because I don't know, I just love it so much. Anyways, that is the 4th volume limited edition, and let's move on to the next one. Okay, so we're on to 5. Gonna kind of speed run through this because I already talked about the synopsis, but oh, it's kind of upside down, which is funny. But I love this really light purple color. Ooh, this one looks a lot fuller. Okay, so first we have is this really cute checklist notepad of Eureka. I love these little goodies, but like K-pop albums, I'll never use them. I might display some items if they're displayable or store them somewhere, but yeah. Oh, like a little matching keychain with the Eureka we just got. This is Eurydian's keychain as well. So adorable. I would love to hang these together on a bag or something like that. Oh, and of course we always get a character bookmark. So this is Loris. He is the god of the world. Very funny. And he has this like really cute dog form in the manhwa, which is also very adorable. And then, ooh, so this time around we have this photo card. So just like K-pop, manhwa series have their own photo card set. So I will need to store these eventually. And these are holographic too. So nice. And then this is the back as well. I'm a sucker for photo cards. Like, sign me up for more. I feel like now I'm just getting in a rabbit hole of like everything is photo cards. Like I recently just opened my Yamada Blu-ray, which also has photo cards. So I'm literally going like full circle with photo card collecting. I can't escape. But these illustrations are so cute. And the photo card, super thick, high quality. So I'm very impressed. But yeah, that is all of it, and there's quite a lot of it too, like probably 10 or so. And of course we have the other plastic standee, similar to Eurydian in the last box right there. And then we have a 2023 calendar. So yeah, I bought this super late. So I'm already 8 months into 2023. So this is kind of, yeah, overdue, but overview of the calendar. And then we have, of course, an illustration for each of the months. So let me just kind of quickly flip through. Let me see how August looks like because that is my birth month. So you can look at that. I'm hoping for like a cute Eureka picture, handsome, good-looking Eurydian picture, or a couple picture as well. This is June, July. Oh, okay, this is August. This is one of my favorite scenes when she's like sitting on him when he's in his study room. Yes. And then September, October, November, and then kind of having some trouble. Aww, December is really cute as well. But yeah, that is the calendar right there. Very, very nice. And of course we have the volume. So going to quickly show you guys the cover. Very pretty. And then of course, quick flip through. But yeah, very, very nice. Okay, so that is volume 5, and let's move on to the next volume. Moving on, so here is the volume 6 limited edition box, and it's in a very nice like dandelion yellow color, which is very nice. Box is in very nice condition as well, and let's see what's inside. So kind of the usual items we've already seen, but there is a new keychain design. Let me see if I can show you guys. It's Year Nika, and of course this little dog here I mentioned earlier from the other bookmark, but this is Brawlus, the god, but in his dog form. He's so adorable. And then we have more photo cards. They're also holographic, which is super nice. I'm a big fan. So yeah, I'll have my photo card books, which I actually just ordered for this series as well, because this series and I Shall Master This Family also had another merch event that recently happened, and I had my proxy help me get some goods for them. So these photo cards will definitely go into those small collect books I just bought. But yeah, we have Nika here, and then it has this purple backing. Then Iridian as well. More Nika, so cute. Oh, and then we have Iridian, Nika, and Nika's niece. I forgot her name from the top of my head, but she's actually the main character of the novel that Nika reads before she's transported 20 years into the past. So yeah, her niece is so cute. Yeah, that's all the photo cards. I just love the holographic. It's so nice, and the quality is very nice as well. And then this is Theory. So he is part of the church that Nika stays at for a little bit in the story as well. Ooh, and then we have these like little Polaroid type strips. Ooh, these are so cute. So yeah, just Iridian and Nika being a couple, very adorable. So many sweet moments. I just love these. These are so pretty. Okay, and then we have some postcards as well. I love postcards. I love all these little collectibles. We'll definitely be putting them in my binder. Yeah, just some really nice, pretty shots. Yeah, so that was 4 postcards, and then this is not the volume. It's a, what is this? I guess some sort of, this is a really nice illustration as mentioned. There is a chibi. Okay, let's see what it is. Ooh, okay, so this is like the backyard of Nika's home. It's like this really pretty swing. And then we have transparent little bookmarks. Oh my god, these are so pretty. See, these limited edition comes with like the coolest stuff. I'm a sucker for these types of merch. I think if American like publisher does this, like they can eat all of my money up. I'm literally willing to spend all of my money on these type of merch because I'm a collector at the end of the day. But yeah, and then I'll just do a quick flip through of the story. Very nice. Okay, coolio. And yeah, that is everything for the limited edition volume 6, and let's head on to our last volume. And last but not least, we have the limited edition volume 7. This is the most recent that has been released, and I haven't seen an 8th one available for pre-order yet, so I'll just get that whenever that is open. But I'll probably order it when there's like more volumes available, just because it'll make shipping more worth it. But I love this green color, and okay, we'll recognize all of these different items because they're nothing new, but just different designs. So first we have is another Iridian keychain. This one, he's doing his little magic spell action move, which is very adorable. And then here, okay, so this is, her name is Brinzy. Or I thought like in the English translation, her name is like Bridget or something like that. But yeah, it's so adorable. I love her character a lot. So cute. Yeah, so that is that. And then we have, okay, so no photo cards this time around, but we have some more bookmarks. So let's just carefully open this if I can do it. So we have 2 bookmarks here, so with Iridian and Nika. So yeah, these are their updated designs. So yeah, this is post time skip, so they look like this now. Her hair is like parted differently, and Iridian's hair is like a little shorter. But these bookmarks are really pretty. I love the green and pink contrast. Very cute. And then, ooh, we got some stickers, guys. I love stickers. I'll never use them, but always a pleasure to have stickers. For season 3, the art did change a little bit. So there was kind of a 3-year time skip. So the characters' appearance are a little bit more mature. I think the art like still looks really good, but it's just a little bit different from season 2. And I mean, they still look very cute. So I think like, yeah, I'm very happy about it still. And then there it is. So yeah, those are all the stickers. Very nice. And of course we have postcards. Okay, so here are some of the illustrations here. I'm glad that they reunited pretty quickly after their 3-year time skip, and ooh, that's a little spicy there, but yeah, their relationship is definitely a lot deeper and closer this time around, which is very nice. And then we have, oh, this huge postcard, very nice. Oh, this one doesn't have the gold detailing though, but it's signed. Maybe this is the artist. So the back of the postcard looks like this. Oh, and then this is another illustration as well. So very, very pretty. They look very mature and very, very beautiful. Okay, so yeah, this is the cover of the 7th volume. So I don't know if this one really covers all the way to the end. Oh, this is so adorable. Love the chibi scene. Okay, yeah, this one, I think there should be like maybe 1 or 2 volumes left in the story. So I'm expecting a couple more limited edition volumes, but that is that right there. And yeah, that is all of the limited edition box for Flirting with the Villain's Dad. I think this one took quite a long time to go through, but I hope you guys enjoyed this little segment. And I have one more manhwa to show you guys, so let's move on to that one. Okay, so the last item that I got from Now in Seoul is the limited edition volume 3 of I Shall Master This Family. Before I actually show you guys this unboxing of this one, I actually had some freebies that Now in Seoul I think gave to me. So first we have is this photo card of Perez and Tia. I'm not gonna open it, but these are actually like merch gacha photo cards for the series. So you actually had to like buy these in order to collect like, I don't know, like 50 versions of it, but I got this one and I don't have this version yet, so very excited to have it. And then we have a few other items here. So I think this is like a page bookmark of some sort. It's very cute. It has like this little bunny in a space outfit. So very handy if you are reading a book. And then we have some like freebie like printout papers. So I don't really know the series, but I believe this one is a series. I don't know, like Danger's Convenience Store maybe. It looks to be like a BL series. I also don't really know this one as well, but it looks like it gives me like Painter of the Night vibes, and I believe one of them is a demon of some sort that can transform into like a dog. And then we have Under the Oak Tree, which I'm super excited for the series to have an English physical novel and manhwa print. They were announced I think a couple months ago by 2 different publishers, but I'm super stoked because this is one of my favorite series as well that I've been reading for a really long time. And Maxie and Riften are just my favorite couple, and I actually just ordered a plushies of them through the MoFum website, so those will be coming I think late December, which I'm super stoked about. And then we have Tia and Perez here, and then we have after school lessons for Unripe Apples. So I've been really enjoying reading this on the Webtoons app, and it's super hilarious. 2 students that are in middle school, and he's like this really big guy and she's like this tiny girl, and they're actually like childhood friends-ish, like they known each other from childhood, but then he ends up moving to her neighborhood many years later and they're classmates, seatmates actually. Hilarious. I just love the dynamic between the 2. It's also written by the same author as Cheese in the Trap, which has a little bit more of a different vibe in the story. But yeah, I really hope this series does get like a physical English print because I would totally collect it. But yeah, that's everything here. And then we have this little card from the DNC webtoon store as well. Anyways, this is the limited edition volume 3 set for I Shall Master This Family. This is really cool, but I think one thing I don't like about this layout is that kind of like what you saw for Flirting with the Villain's Dad, that one's in a box. This one is like out, so I have to store everything separately, which kind of sucks. But it is what it is. So this is the limited edition volume 3 book. So I guess if you didn't buy the limited edition, you would just get this book. But yeah, it has Tia's professor in the cover. I don't remember his name on the top of my head right now, but yeah, very, very cool. I'm pretty sure there's going to be tons of books because this is super early on in the series. And I guess I didn't give a synopsis of the story, but Tia is the main character in this series. She's part of a family called the Lombardi family, who is like a pretty prestigious family. In her first life, after her grandpa passes away, her uncles inherits basically the grandfather's like business and name, but they are just terrible people and they kind of ruin the Lombardi name. And then she dies in a tragic accident, so she gets like reincarnated her second life. And this time around, like her reincarnation, she's actually 7 years old, so she's trying to prevent a few different events from happening in order to kind of, you know, not be in the situation she was in her previous life. So that's a little bit about it. There's a lot more to the story, but I don't remember the beginning too much because I've been reading the latest chapters and we're like 100 chapters in. But yeah, so we have some postcards as well. Look at Tia, she's so cute. They're still from where the new season left off in the childhood phase, like they're a little bit more older, but I would love to see grown-up Tia and Perez soon. I don't know if the next season will have them as grown-ups, but yeah, this is the back as well. But yeah, these postcards are very, very pretty, and this is Tia's dad, Gallahan. I have a pin of him as well, but he's literally the best manhwa father ever. He adores his daughter, which is like as they should be. Supporting parents are the best parents in a manhwa. And he actually has a lot of screen time, which is nice. So this one is wrapped up. Maybe they're bookmarks similar to the Flirting with the Villain's Dad. So we will see. But it's in this really nice red folder here. And yeah, they're transparent bookmarks. Oh, okay. This is the little design. And there are the 3 Tia, or her name is like Florentia. Probably I'm butchering her name. But yeah, this is her like adult version, which is something I really want to see in the future. We got like a prologue beginning of the first chapter of her and Perez and their adult. Just kind of like a brief like introduction, but yeah, they're still in the childhood phase. So she's kind of older here as well. But yeah, that is the transparent bookmark. And then we also have this really cute acrylic stand, which is super nice. Very, very cute. So not a lot of like Perez Tia stuff, which is pretty interesting. And then there's something in the back here, or maybe I will take this out real quick and show you guys if there's anything interesting for that one. So yeah, that was something interesting. It is actually this fold out poster of Tia. She is so pretty, very high quality poster. Super cute. But yeah, that is everything that I got from Now in Seoul. I think they did a great job with the processing of my order, the shipping my order, and everything that I ordered actually came in very nice condition. So yeah, I'm super happy to make some more progress in my I Shall Master This Family and Flirting with the Villain's Dad limited edition books. Very happy to have it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this little long unboxing of my Korean manhwa books. But yeah, on to the next package. Alright, so we're on to the very last box for this haul, and it is actually an anime figure that I got from eNight Media. So eNight is a pretty cool website to get because they don't charge sales tax, which is really cool. And their processing is a little bit, I guess, on the slower end because I think they do boat shipping and then you basically get your figures. But I really like using them a lot. They've been super good, and honestly I don't mind the wait because I don't pay until they have received the figure and we're ready to ship, so that is always very nice. And oh my god, look at all these like little packing peanuts. I haven't seen these in quite a long time, but very messy. So here is the figure by Bandai Namco. It is this very adorable Anya calendar figure. This figure here is actually based on like a Ichiban Kuji prize that was available I think before the anime aired. So if you guys don't know what Ichiban Kuji, they're basically like you buy tickets to like get like different levels of prizes for specific events. So this one was like the grand prize, like level A or something like that. And you could buy certain tickets and you want to get like level A because that's like the best prize, but there's like C, D, E's, and those are in our lower levels, so you have like I guess more opportunity to get those, but this one was very hard to get. Anyways, they actually released a figure version of this one where you can buy. I think I spent like probably $80 on this figure, so technically if you like did the Ichiban Kuji prize and were really lucky, you can win the prize for like $10 on your first try because each ticket is like $10 each, I believe. But I just want the figure anyway, so I'm okay with getting the figure version of the calendar, and it's super big based on the box. And the box, as you can see, is very cute with all of Anya's like favorite little toys, her penguin, robot, and her little plushie here. So yeah, let me open this box up and then I'll show you guys how the figure looks like. Alright, so here is the Anya figure fully assembled. I'm a sucker for this calendar. Will I be able to change it every day? Probably not, but I just love how functional it is because I can use it pretty much for the rest of my life. There are two like additional accessory pieces to Anya here. So there's the little bond bowl that's next to her leg, as well as the hat. I couldn't quite like display based on the picture since they're kind of like weirdly shaped and there wasn't really a place to stand them on, but I kind of did the best I could to replicate her. And then of course I just love the detail of Anya. It's such a nice like Ichiban Kuji prize. She is so adorable. I'm a sucker for it. The details of her figure is super nice. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, and yeah, it's a lot bigger than I expected, which is super cool and totally worth the money. I am very happy to have a very functional figure in my collection, and of course love to have more Anya figures because she is super adorable. Anyways, that is the last item for my unboxing, and let's head on to the outro. So here is an overview of everything that I unboxed in today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to my commentary and hearing my thoughts on all of the items that I got. And if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching this video and celebrating this happy occasion with me. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Until then, take care. Bye!